Alright. Welcome to another cast. And today we'll be casting what do you call this? World League Express versus Responsible Time. I also brought a special guest with me today. So it is Ark. Say hi to everyone.
Well,
So we're gonna go into the draft right away because that's what happens first. And then Ark,
let's see
how
what
do
they
you
used to ban
go
or
ahead?
like what's prioritized in Div D. Well, bribing seems like a fine ban.
Brewing is always a good ban. Global presence is way too OP on medium-sized maps like Ultra Pass. I mean, it's just OP either way. And because polymorph can basically ruin someone's life,
Also, she got
especially.
buffed recently. She
Hmm?
got 15-second buff on her cleanse.
Yep. And then we see the blue team banning the Haka. Oh god, it
Oh,
looks like
everyone prioritizing local.
globals are the top priority in every single league. The Haka very OP because of the recent changes. Basically, 2 seconds stun every. Okay, I don't know how to do the math, but
It
every
becomes
once
like
in a
I
while.
think it's 6 seconds if you get to auto attack constantly. You can get your 2.25 second stun on a like about 6 second cooldown.
Yep, that's what makes it very powerful. Orphea Bendis looks like a target band to me because really, Orphea herself is a very risky range assassin who requires a lot of prediction and positioning. So, and she is not really strong in the meta right now. So Orphea band looks like a target band to me.
For sure. I think Ice Queen has like a pretty high win rate on Orphea this season.
Oh. And then the Stukov band. Stukov, another very OP healer in the meta right now. So it's a expected ban. And let's see, the red team picked up Liming as the first pick. How do you feel about that?
I think it's decent enough here, depending on whether it's a counter pick or a comfort pick. It's not necessarily a first pick worthy all the time, but Leeming can just poke and stall forever. And if she gets resets, that can be just game winning.
That is true. However, wave clear is quite important on this map, and Liming is not really good at that. So
But
I would think
Kobe brings similar things to
I would
Leeming as
think it's more like a pick that steals a potential pick from the enemies.
well.
And the Chromie May, oh, very OP combo. Chromie provides lots of constant damage. May provides so much slows for Chromie to hit her abilities easier. And May is also really annoying to deal with.
Yeah, that's a lot of zoning. Tough to get into the Chromie with the name.
Oh, and doing a Lunara. And doing the very nice healer who always saves his teammates when his teammate makes mistakes. And the Lunara, a very interesting pick. She does do a fair amount of poke damage, but taking Lunara before enemy takes a healer is kinda a risky move.
Lunar can be good into the Chromie, and if she goes the Q build at 7, she can potentially like
Yes,
solo
but
kill a team
Chromie
really fast.
heavily outranges Lunara, so
That's
being able to hit Chromie with your Q
great.
requires some decent flanking, I must say.
Yeah,
And then
I can
Joanna ban.
see the reason I see the values in Lunar, but otherwise, yeah. Oh,
Joanna
the Johanna
ban.
ban.
Joanna ban seems like a decent one versus Chromie made lots of CC already, so Joanna
Was
can ignore those and
logging
just move
on,
on to
I think.
herself. Phoenix ban looks like another target ban to me.
Yeah, I can see that.
And the blue team, what would they pick up now? Probably a healer. Yep, Malfurion versus Lunara. A pretty good healer versus Lunara, not gonna lie.
And that's a lot of lockdown. Like,
Yep,
if someone gets CC'd once, they're just not going to be able to do anything.
it will be 360 or even 4-5 coming out of the way. And Sonya is gonna struggle a little versus Lunara leading early game, but after 10, if she gets a decent leap, assuming she takes leap, it could be a really big game changer because the Chromie's insane follow up.
Yeah, for sure. Chromie is a really good mage with a dive flanker.
Yep,
So any sort of
and
dives you
then
can kind
we
of
have
damage.
Leoric and a new Brack.
Yeah,
Leoric could be really nice for flanking because the blue team backline has absolutely no mobility. A new Brack can also be really nice into follow up into by maybe cocooning the Mei or
Yeah.
Sonya and kill the backline quite easily.
Also, yeah, Anu can just get in the backline and also kind of stop the Chromie at times,
Yep.
blocking back the Q with
And the
her Q.
Tychus pick. Tychus struggles slightly into Lunara, but I assume he will be fine if he goes grenade build. And he can shred the new bread pretty easily as well, and the Auric. Alright, so whose drop do you like better, Ark?
I think if they can execute it better, I like the blue team's draft. Um, it really depends on whether Malfurion can keep up with the potential burst damage from a noob engage with Leeming and Lunara follow up. But if he can, the blue team seems to have a lot of
Yep,
ability to stall and kill any team.
for sure. The red team has decent amount of wave clear. I mean, both teams have pretty decent amount of wave clear, although it looks like the blue team slightly excels at that better.
Yeah, and I think red team can be stronger if they can get to their late game fights.
Yep, they can while the not damage kicks up, and especially level 20 when the art gets a silencing tomb. And
Mhm.
with this backline with absolutely no mobility, it could be a little struggle. Alright, so we're moving in. And both teams are heading middle, of course,
We
for
have Beaver
a
Builder from
regular
New.
team fight ritual. Like I tell him, a new bird is going beetle build, which is really good against Chromie before level 10 if she doesn't. Still good after level 10 if she doesn't pick up piercing sense. Li Ming power hungry looks like it could potentially be a world build Li Ming. The with consuming vitality, this talent is a little weak compared to the others in my opinion, but we'll see how that executes out. Oh,
That's a
looks
good
like.
engagement story, yes.
Oh, it looks like.
And just follow.
Oh man, looks like
Yes,
Sonya
I
ate
just
the
was
ult
bottom
straight
already.
into his face. But look, Tychus already did something fun and pushed the wave over to their cannon tower.
And actually positioned really safely once they start rotating down.
Yep,
That was smart.
but this gives Red Team a slight advantage because kill middle Sonya is quite weak early game before
Yeah.
level 10, as I
I
mentioned.
think Sony perhaps should be doing the camp, considering her lane was already covered.
It is
But
true, she could have
great
done that.
question. Good team fight though.
But Sonya doing the camp might be a slight struggle because she will lose a lot of health to the camp, and if she doesn't execute properly, she could die from it solo.
That's true. It is early.
Yep.
All the other lanes look relatively normal.
The Limi is slightly struggling against Tiger because of the
Hmm.
grenade. Tigers did not pick up grenade range at level 1, meaning that he will not be able to deal with Liming and the Sunara as
Ah,
easy as you would expect. But it looks
Dash
like
at
he's
1
doing
is
fine
a
so
very
far.
common talent.
Hmm?
Dash at 1 is not a very common talent.
Yep.
I wonder if that's a comfort trick or if there's specific reasons taking that.
Yep. And looks like the blue team is slightly winning on the camp clear because the red team has no DPS there with them.
For sure.
And look at top lane,
Camp
the
here is really
Auric
strong.
is doing very good against Sonya because of life drain. And of course because it's the Auric.
With the most recent Heroic buffs, he's gotten much stronger into his post matchups.
Yep.
So maybe he has to be skilled to outplay the Heroic.
Yep, Neopets and the building at baseline is a very strong train, let's just say. At Madam of Fear is slightly getting run down, but he juked everything and got out safely. Chromie does have 3 traps lined up, which could be their potential ways
Yes,
to
they
make
can
a
do a
play.
lot of vision with that if they use
Yep,
it that way. With Chromie and Nara, that blue team has a lot of vision control.
yep. However, the red team does have a lot of vision because of Nara as well. And the really good poke. No, well, not
For
poke.
sure.
Yeah, really good poke and the really good damage prevention with beetles.
Oh, that was being to Chandler clarity.
Oh,
Second
bot
choice.
lane.
Oh,
Looks like
that's
the Alec is winning quite hard versus Sonya. Bot lane, Librak is catching up the XP that the teammates are missing when they're doing the camp. Even though you
Okay.
see both teams have picked up their camp again. It looks like the red team is heading for the objective because level 7 advantage. Because
Looks like
the Auric is
it's
also
we
rotating
cleared
down.
the camp.
Hope the blue team is trying to clear the camp as fast as possible and get level 7, but the red team has already unlocked the cage. Well, didn't unlock. Starting to
Oh,
unlock the cage. Oh, Chromie is a
that's
slight danger, but she
great.
gets out safely. Tychus is in a very interesting position looking to flank. But who knows if that turned out well. Nope, Tychus did not make a really good flank because the teammates also, what is this mate doing? What is he? Why is she on the train? Do you see that?
Ah, okay, that's weird.
So
Yeah.
anyways,
Oh,
while
good. That's
old
not
Lunar
good.
was
Almost
almost
could pick
dead,
on Leonardo.
but Anduin exists, and he's doing things again by saving his teammate when they make mistakes. And the, that gives the blue team a little chance to engage, but the Elric is
Yeah, this
looking
is
for
the
a
flank.
spicy flank.
Oh, does it get in
Oh,
tune? I know. And
ah,
it goes down.
it's too late, and Nilbrak is down because he's stood in the blizzard for way too long. Tychus is getting low. He may miss the orb reset, but it's fine because the blue team is too low to re-engage, and the Arc is forced to retreat as well. Looks like both teams. Nope, the blue team is looking to press it back and unlock the cage before
Now he's
Nubrak comes back, and
knock
they
everyone
did it.
off.
And they
Yeah.
may missed another chance to do a orb reset, which gave the blue team enough time to unlock the camp. And the Auric and Lunar are both looking to flank.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
big one, big
very
follow-up.
nice stun from Nubrak.
Oh,
However, he will fall again because he's a
with the
little too
Chromie.
squishy.
Chromie slowed everything down.
Oh,
Oh no, big
he
damage got,
falls to fake damage. Fake damage
yeah,
becomes real when your healer dies.
yeah. Also, Lunar went, wild figure, increasing the basic attack damage.
Oh,
So more
oh,
sustained
you
damage.
don't see that damage. You don't see that talent very often.
Yeah. I guess be good with the our attack range at 16.
Yep, if she goes all low type build, she could be a really good threat to Sonya because she is very vulnerable to prison damage. But the red team has picked up the camp. Sorry, not the camp, the prison camp. And the blue team has picked up the regular camp. And it looks like the red team is looking to form and push mid together, and the other top, and Tychus has to go bot because he needs to react to the incoming objective.
When in the rhythm, he's stacking talent and is not getting to stack his talents.
He
Even
has 26 so far, which is fairly okay, considering he's in the lane most of the time. And the
yeah,
blue team only need 3 people mid because their camp is doing a little work by chunking down the objective. Top lane, however, Sonya is struggling pretty hard against the Alric. She was already struggling hard in the beginning, and now with a camp, it could be even more dangerous for her.
yes, he may have needed the slam at 4 to clear match Lear's way clear.
Oh, she did not go there. Well, is that talent? Shot of
Yeah,
Fury,
so
basic attack deal 40% more damage. She could be looking to do Wrath, it seems.
it,
Oh, never mind, it is Leap.
it
Interesting.
does a lot of damage. So if
Usually
she's
you
going
think.
that build, I think it should have been Poison Spear at 7 to make sure maximum possible damage.
Yep, for sure. And the mercenary talent on this map does not get very much value because there's only one camp to take.
And she's not taking it away.
Yep,
It's been Chromie and Malfurion.
yep. And we'll see here. Red team is picking up the camp once more, and the blue team is looking to get some value when they're doing camp and 4-man pushing bot. However, Titus does not
Also,
have ult,
always,
it is a laser drill, so their sieging power is a little limited, and
red team does have a camp pushing mid, which is going to create pressure and
yep.
force the blue to spawn. So red team could just push bottom with a Nubrak and Lunara. I guess they don't do
Could
that.
do that, or they could go mid and push with their camp and try to. Oh,
Oh,
Chromie got
it's
caught. Never mind. She has
oh,
stasis already. Oh, like did miss, but Chromie looks like she is
the Emerald
still in
Green,
danger. Nope. Oh,
the Emerald Green saves very hard.
Oh, I was expecting Lunara's leaping straight, but she did not do that. Otherwise, Chromie might have fallen because of how squishy she is.
for sure. Yeah, I think they could perhaps use the Underbrax Beetle and pushing powers with Lunara's nature's culling to really get a lot of value.
Yep, for sure. Looks like they are looting. It looks like they're just playing for 13 at this time. Or nope, are they? Nope, looks like the DPS and healer are heading to the camp again, and the Anubrak and Lilin try to get some low push spot.
Do you think there will be any talents at 13 that will be especially impactful to either teams?
Mm, let's see.
Oh,
So
I
far,
guess
nope.
only
I don't think any of them has a really huge power spike at level 13. Chromie's Ice Block does provide a lot of time buying and self-sustain, but looks like that's about
yeah.
it. But
Block is also good into Lunara because it cleanses the poison.
it's true, Lunara did take a greater spell shield instead of a body
Ooh,
protection.
good. Tune
Oh,
follow up.
wow, look at that
Uh,
intuitive follow-up. No fear has
The
no chance to
your
fall
name
too
got away.
easily.
No, no, she did not.
But then
Your
the
name
Ming
was too
falls.
far forward with a calamity. It seems like.
Yep, and the Ming falls instead because of a leap right on her face. And the Nubra looking for another engage but only has a Lunardi full up, so hard to say if that will turn out well. But again, fake damage becomes real when your healer dies, right? Nope. A Nubra tanked the so Santa had to be the first one to die. Lunara is in slight danger. The Auric and Doom trying to zone people and save her, and she did get out alive.
Yeah, this being stuck in sand is terrible.
Yep.
It's like a root, but worse in some ways.
Him stuck in
Psychologically, it's
sand
worse.
is definitely a very annoying thing to face. And so the blue team has taken their second camp. Sorry, second objective. And the red team looking.
Libra gets back, and they can start looking for an engage.
Yep, red team looking to
Okay.
take it back, but maybe trying her best to send them out.
Yeah.
They
They
are
potentially
coming looking for another attunement. This can got Chromie, but Chromie has
ooh, big leap.
oh no big leap. Thank you.
Oh, and a big light bomb too.
Yep,
You know, I was thinking and getting Tychus down, but no, Tychus still survives, and
Tychus
everyone
lives.
walks out live. A noob
Both
still has
teams lost,
cocoon,
almost lost one
and
person, but
yeah,
secured. Okay.
Lunar still has leap, and noob still has cocoon. So they may still be forced to engage with that,
Yep.
but maybe not. Both teams are going to their camps. All lanes look
Tychus does have his
relatively.
roll still up. I don't think he casted one since picking the talent yet, so we'll see how that will go.
Lanes are in favor of the red team currently, as a lot of the towers and forts are a bit damaged. But overall, game state wise, they're relatively even, with red team being slightly ahead in XP as well.
Yep. So red team will be the first one to hit 16 if they don't if the blue team doesn't fortify the moment. Looks like that is what they're trying to do. Entomb is wasted. Oh no. However, it's on a fairly low cooldown, so it does
And
not
they can
really see
stall till
anything bad.
16 as well, or they should potentially stall till 16 if they can.
Oh, I swap. Nope, it's not this. New practicing it. But everyone gets out safely. But both teams burn some abilities, but both teams also got. And Tigers used a drill for the first time, but got them very
Yeah,
little value.
red team gets it ult much faster, by a full what 30 seconds, so they could make a huge play here
Yep.
once they get the ult back. And Jimmy Gum ults back up and lose ult with knockback.
And you break engage the game, but he will fight back.
Oh, the Chromie ult still making life tough for the red team.
Yep. And you break into Tigers with a slowing sand in the middle is it's quite a nightmare to deal with, not gonna lie.
Yeah, Lunar was able to get decent damage on the Chromie, but can't finish it or get any
Damage
of the
is too
follow.
slow, unfortunately.
Yeah,
16
it's your
will be quite a big power spike for Li because of Mirror Ball,
Ah,
and actually a fairly big power spike for a new Brag as well because of the epicenter.
mhm.
Also for Lunara, it's a small power spike because of unfair advantage. However, they do not have that many slows like the blue team,
Yeah,
so it's hard to say how much value she'll get out of it.
yeah. And he doesn't have better bar either. The Leo has some slows, which will be helpful. And Leo
For
herself
sure.
can slow. The clear spell, so you could also save her from the corner, which is pretty nice. Sonya is being spam at 16. Hex is receiving attacks, put percent damage on base attacks, and Tex is getting bottom for free.
Up on top, it looks like the Auric is doing a pretty good job defending because he just wins every single fight versus Sonya. And look at mid, the blue team is trying to push mid while Li Ming is forced to rotate ball and defend. That's a 5-man.
Oh, does the blue team force a 5-man fight? 5v3? No, while they're spending some time mid, Leoric is getting free top work.
Yep, it looks like the blue team tried to get an opportunity but was a little too scared to engage. The Auric did not get top 4 very close. But almost there, and looks like the blue team is trying to gank him, and will he get out? He probably will not, considering
Yes,
he already uses E. Oh, the
so
ice was quite
Ice
annoying.
Wall was used up.
Yep,
I think they get Frost and trade support for it.
yep. Meanwhile, the red team is getting top. Blue team is trying to get the boss, but two people got stunned on the first one. It's kind of unfortunate.
They also lost top fort.
Yep, two forts
The
for
red team might go to
boss.
BTK. They're all low.
Another boss
Oh,
request. Oh,
oh, how
almost.
does it go?
Oh
Oh,
no,
Lee can
Limay
resets.
resets.
The reset team.
Our
Oh
both teams
no,
are pretty
the
low.
blue team still gets it. No, the resets were not enough.
The resets was not enough because Lunar's damage is a little too slow to take effect.
Yeah,
The blue team
and
does get a
Leo was
boss.
there on time. He was still dead.
Yep, the blue team does get a boss. However, in exchange for two forts, which you could say is not a very fair trade unless the bots gets equal value a fort, but it doesn't look that as a case.
And they're moving bottom, but they probably can't get the boss in this time. No, they probably can.
Looks like they
The
are
team
going to
top.
try for it.
Yeah,
The blue team moving on to the boss,
makes it.
trying to do as soon as possible. They are chunking down it fairly fast because of
Yeah,
Chrome's tankiness.
it looks like they do get it. The enemy team can't make it there in time.
Yep. Looks like the red team will not make in time, although they probably know that they're doing it. The blue team will be the first to hit 20, which could be a pretty big disadvantage for the red team because of objective and
Mm.
the boss. Double pressure, plus 20. Triple pressure.
Oh yeah. If the blue team can even force a fight here at 19, that might be their best chance before they get 20, or get stalled at 20 of
Yep,
their own.
however, the red team is stuck to defend the boss because they do not want to lose maybe half a keep over it. The boss is full HP still. And the blue team will be hitting 20 and gonna channel the objective as soon as possible.
The question is, will the red team get wait for 20, or will they try to get engaged right now?
It looks like they will need to play for 20. Going for engage right now is a very risky idea because of Chromie's level
Sure,
20 huge power spike.
for sure. Lure clearing mid makes sense. It's very safe, and the whole team goes. They can even push a bit top, force a response potentially, and that's what they're doing. Looks like.
Yep, two people 10 top trying to get a small push and get the waves out a little bit. The Auric is also doing the same. Nope, the Auric is heading mid and trying to do the same. A new Bragg is staying here. I don't know why he's staying here. This is interesting.
Actually, this is a pretty smart play by
Almost.
the
Oh,
red
preventing
team.
BOT back. But he did prevent two people from backing, but three of them backed already. And the objective is gonna come, but the lanes are fairly pushed out, so it looks like the red team will have no trouble defending it because the blue team is forced to all back and losing their objective value. And both teams are 20 now, so it'll make it way easier for the red team to defend.
For sure. And looks like yours went full drain build.
Yeah, full champion. Interesting did not take 20 in Tombstone. It could be a very crucial one on Chromie because that way she will not be able to stasis herself considering the blue team has no cleanse of any kind.
Yeah, he will be more survivable and have more sustained damage in turn, but yeah, it will really depend on whether that pick on Chromie matters as much.
Yep. Blue team trying to get a push top with the objective still being full HP and it is still slowly pushing borders as well,
So,
but not getting
yeah,
much value.
but Chromie was able to
Oh,
just walk out of that because of the ice block,
yep.
and if there was a silence. Maybe he survived, maybe he
Chromie is
survived.
still trying.
Oh,
No.
it's like, no,
Yeah, it
he
gets
died.
him because the Arc's sustain is amazing right now. Oh,
Yeah.
but Newberg falls because of laser drill. No one's taking it out. That is kind of hard to watch. The laser drill lasted for its full duration with a level 20 upgrade. Oh my god, that is kind of hard to watch. However, the blue team did get fairly some value there. All their lanes are pushed out. The red team has 2.5 keeps, let's just say. With two people dead, the blue team could be looking to make a play here before the Liara comes back.
Well, both Theoric and Enraged. Red team also has a lot of pressure bot lane and top lane. Red team has to make sure to not lose top lane, which blue team can get for free potentially right now.
Yep, the Liara will be dealing with that as soon as he spawns, I suppose. Nope, never mind, he's gonna deal with mid, but Lunar's already there, so...
They'll still have time to deal with it before it reaches the creep, so that's
Yep,
not too bad. So now it's really down to whichever team. The red team, I mean, the blue team does have additional map pressure with their both being up and bottom and creating extra catapults compared to the red team.
yep,
But
they also have a
any
better
team
win
that waits for the
condition.
other team or gets a good team fight can just win the game now.
Yep, it looks like they're trying to bait top boss. This could be a very dangerous one because of the Wisp. The Wisp dies instantly, but the red team already sees that they're baiting it instead of doing it. However, he's still checking if he checked the bush, if he posing there. And looks like the boss bait has failed because of Lunara.
Red team looks to have to respawn mid, which gives the blue team potentially space to do something,
Yep, looks
including
like
pressure
the
to
blue
more.
team turn top and maybe half of the objective, if that's what they're doing.
Yeah. The red team could perhaps clear that without showing
Nope, they're
the whole
trying to
blue.
get the keep.
Oh yeah, they're getting top of 3 at this point.
Why they
Okay.
got it instantly. Trying to escape, but
Oh,
the Auric
red
already
team's still
engaging.
looking for it.
Oh, two people, one
Okay.
people hold up.
That's a big cocoon. That's a big cocoon.
Kobe dies instantly after the stasis, unfortunate.
Lunar's follow
A
armor
fair
saves her for a
amount of
bit,
damage and
but
dies.
not long enough.
Yep. Oh, Target's dies because Limi combo. Limi gets one reset. But it's not because the
Right,
three of them
once.
are fairly healthy and tanky, but the red team did win this fight by taking out two targets. And both
So,
DPS as well, so it's an even better trade.
so if the red team doesn't respawn bottom, they could potentially lose keep as well.
It's
They could
looking
just be
safe for
a game
now.
here. Yeah.
However, the objective is way more important at this point in the game. The red team
That's
still
it.
trying to further push their advantage by killing
And
Sonya,
the
but
blue
no,
team,
Sonya's shield is way too OP at level 20.
they get the objective for free at least now.
Looks like it, yep,
And
they're trying out the objective.
they
But
still
the
have a fight at the end.
blue team will be
Okay.
in time to respawn and defend it. The blue team making quite a risky play, I must say, but it is their only chance at this point of the game, honestly.
And the keep probably won't go down because Lunara can clear it. I don't know if
Is she
Lunara
gonna clear?
goes.
Nope,
Lunara's
she did
probably
not
starts
clear.
bottom off.
Oh no, looks like top bottom keep will probably fall on the next wave. It looks like that's what's gonna happen.
So we'll give the blue team some space to breathe and clear the lanes
Yep, looks
as
like,
all the lanes are pushed up hard.
and this boss will be heading to a core, which will have maybe only one armor left by the
Yeah,
time.
yeah, that's what it seems like, and that could, depending on how the team fights go, just end the game for the blue team, or in favor of the blue team.
Yep, and looks like the red team has to be forced to back and defend the boss, which means they will lose the value of this objective almost completely because that gives the blue team lots of time to clear only 2 lanes.
For sure. And the red team can at this point just leave because the core regens HP.
They could do that, and not to mention the objective is falling and trying to kill it.
Mhm.
Like they left now, but the blue team already cleared 1 lane for free, and all they need to worry about is mid now.
Yeah, if they can collapse on them before Lunar and Leor get there, that can be really good for them. But doesn't look like that's what they're doing.
Oh, it looks like they're all harping, and Chromie is a little zone now. She is trying to walk. No, Chromie, please don't walk this way. Oh, she did not, which is good.
It seems like Lunar with
Ice wall with Lunar in there could be
uh,
huge. It is too far away from the for the rest to engage. They did lose a keep for this. However, the objective did not get any value.
they were able to defend this really well, and even got a spot keep on top of it.
Yep.
Really look like white blue.
This 4 is gonna be gone for sure. The blue team is overextending a little. Mind them, but the red team is not brave enough to engage even under their objective, so the blue team gets to clear her free again. Looks like the play right now is either wait for next objective or top boss.
Mm-hmm. And over time, the blue team will just have so much more significant map pressure.
Yep, for sure, because 2 lanes with catapults, well, not catapults, but both boss.
Yeah. And blue middle lane is relatively easier to defend compared to top and bottom lane,
Yep, because
just
of the
because.
siege camp as well. The red team are all top. It looks like they are. Both teams are trying to make a play out of the boss. It's the only thing on the map right now. Otherwise, they have to wait until the next objective to do anything.
The mid lane from the red team could get more priority because they have a catapult going with it, and that the camp itself could carry the core, but no, it's being wiped out by both teams. It's played out. The minus armor from the camp is really impactful,
Oh, that both teams were very smart to choose and not fight under the camp.
for sure. So while blue team is eyeing top boss, Leoric has to go bottom. So this could be a big opportunity for the blue team to force an engage, especially while Leoric is showing in bottom.
But it looks like they're not doing it. They're just waiting
Uh,
for the red team to step up, which red team could just simply not. And looks like they're starting top boss, aren't they? Nope, they're
Still
not.
gonna take about 11 more seconds to get to top. No, Leoric's is going to objective.
He's going
Like,
to objectives
we
right
need to
away.
make something happen at this point.
Looks like the blue team has very separate ideas. 3 people
Yeah,
want to boss, but 2 people does not. This could be very dangerous.
yeah, now Leoric has time to rotate up too.
Yep,
So
they're
just
not
grab
really.
this past
No,
a
did they
bit.
lose the opportunity to. Oh,
Oh, a noob's engaged went down. Leoric into him went down. Leoric might just go down now.
he already gets chunked down by Tychus. Noob
Oh,
is missed
a
though.
noob had to use uh, rewind to get away. So it looks like red blue team gets the boss top.
No, he did the boss, and they will very likely get the objective because this boss will end the game if the red team does not defend it.
Mm, for sure. Red team does have a huge push going mid, which may
They do, but
demand
no,
some.
it's not gonna do anything. It's not big enough to end.
Mhm.
Maybe chunk down core, but with 40 armor, it is
Yeah,
impossible
that
to
is,
end with only 1 wave. Maybe if the camp follows it,
mhm.
but
I bet the blue team will clear anyway.
yeah,
They have
hard
so
to
much
say.
time.
Bottom wave is going in favor of the blue team, heading for the core.
Mhm,
So
for
the red
sure.
team has to react to that as well.
Because it was Lyric who died, they do come back in time for.
Yep, trade value.
And it seems like blue team will have enough time to force one more team fight.
Yep, the mid camp is gonna die by itself, so there's no worry about that. Blue team has all the time for themselves on the
They have
objective.
another catapult wave coming in from mid. Okay.
Oh, won't be
The red
enough to
team needs
finish
force
for sure.
engage, like right now.
it's a red team. The Nova
Actually,
is trying to
early.
force the fight. Oh my.
Yeah. Ooh, there's counter synergy. Free by Anduin.
Insane. Chromie the get a complete, but
Oh,
looks like Sonya will be the first one to die.
ooh,
Oh no.
the armor isn't enough resets. Will
We
the
are still
resets be enough?
if Tychus gets bumped into the other abilities.
Ooh,
Liara dies, but it's
Muse is
Liara.
solo
Tychus
diving.
dies.
Okay, and he gets a kill, but doesn't die either. The Anduin value.
And do well. Tychus they bound by the repulsion level 20 into all the red team abilities, which is kinda unfortunate.
Oh,
However, the red team will likely get executed because Liara, but their lanes are way pushed out, so they will need to send someone back
oh
to
yeah,
push the thing out for
that's
the
the
objective to
advantage
get
of the
any
core.
value. This game is already 29 minutes, so this objective will hopefully decide where the game is going. Otherwise, we might even see a level 30 game here.
Blue team doesn't have enough time to respond here unless they can get a quick pick.
Yep, looks like the blue team
Oh,
is trying to
only like
force out,
6
but
hours.
Chromie is in grave danger. Oh no,
No,
Malfurion.
Whoa, does Malcolm get
What?
saved? No, no, it doesn't.
Oh no,
Oh,
leaving,
yeah,
leaving.
poor. It's not enough, but
Yep, unfortunately, Chromie has to die. Malfurion is safe by repulsion, however, Chromie is not.
so
However,
red teams can't. Lanes are really pushed out. Blue team may even have one more chance.
yeah, it looks like they might actually do. However, mid is going strong, and Chromie is
Yeah.
40 seconds away from respawning. So if the red team gets another kill or two, they
Oh
will
yeah,
already
they
end the game
actually have
here.
Odin or Grenade to be able to clear this out well. Yeah, so maybe this might be game.
Yep, they're heading straight for the core.
Yeah, it's a 30-minute boss camp. That's gonna do a lot of damage. Yeah,
For
the
sure, the
boss.
core is getting
Oh,
chunked down. Ice wall two people, and the new Barak is gonna fall again because he ate the entire blizzard. Oh no, Leap is missed. Entomb is also missed, but the Liara gets Malfurion
yeah,
saved.
yeah, and Core goes down.
Liara goes down, but the core is still going down. However, it
So
does have
it does
40
have two armor.
armor, so
It still has two full armors.
yep, and
So it's
Lunara goes
really
down
hard to
again
keep it
trying to
down.
hit the core. Oh no, Anduin looks like he is
Oh
ready to die
no!
for the core. He did die for the core, leaving's the only one who
Yeah.
got out. Oh no.
This map, trying to go for core without taking both, at least two keeps down is really tough.
Yep, it was a really tough decision. They thought they could make it, but with a very little core damage coming from only Lunara, it is quite hard to do so, especially when Li Ming's missile does less damage to structures.
Hmm.
Also, no one hit the laser drill again, which is, again lasted for its full duration, 22 seconds, with extra range and extra damage. Yep, 50% extra range and 100% bonus damage,
Well,
which
that's pretty.
is at a stunning around. Hold on, I cannot do math. Sorry. Around 800 damage per second for 22 seconds. It is
That's
very
insane.
much. It is absolutely insane. But two fights in a row, no one really noticed it, which is why the blue team
Oh, Blue team's
did.
making a play for bot, and should get for free, and that could potentially be core.
Yep, this boss
Last,
should be able to end.
yeah.
Hopefully, because laser drill also does a fair amount of damage to the core if he
Yeah,
aims at the core.
if the red team stalls long enough, and the mid can't get pushed,
Oh
that
no!
might be enough for them to get.
God, looks like
No,
Nuber
no,
falls again. Laser drill on Tychus, and Tychus falls instantly. Drill on. Nope, the drill
drill
is out of
guys.
range. Looks like this will be an end for the blue team because the boss heading for the core, and the red team is only left with 3 people to defend, and no front line alive. Lunara's in
Blue
trouble.
team
Oh no, she
almost
leaped
has
right
them
into the ending,
faster
and
too.
Duin cannot save her because how squishy she
Oh,
is.
Blue team's core is melting. Blue team's core is melting right now.
Oh,
So
it
it really
is
depends
actually kind of.
if whether
This could
red
be a
team can get.
spicy core race. Nope, Sonya is going back to defend and hopefully to save it.
Not gonna
It
be
is
enough. It's
already
not
at
gonna be
8,000,
enough.
6,000, 5,000.
It's not
Oh
gonna be enough.
no.
It's not gonna be enough. Oh god. Oh,
No,
the
it is not
camp is
enough.
so strong. The camp on this map is
Unfortunately,
so strong.
two
Uh,
keeps down with two keeps down with two
Because,
cannons at the
it's
core
quite
is
automated.
kind of insane. However, this game did take more than
Over
30
30
minutes to
minutes.
complete, which was kind of insane.
Wow.
Let's look at the stats. Let's look at the stats.
Yeah,
So,
you got punished hard. Likely by the Tychus and ignoring of the Odin, or not Odin, drill.
North laser drill is quite insane. The drill does not have a lot of health. It is quite squishy. I think if Lunar auto attacks it twice with the level 4 nature's colon, it could go. It's gonna die
Also,
really really fast. But no one really
the damage in the
cared.
Leoric, look at that.
Yep,
That looks.
Leoric basically can stay alive forever because he has constantly 40 armor active.
Mm. But a lot of that is also a lot of sustained damage that Malfurion is really good at healing up. And look at his healing number comparatively. Lunar's damage is surprisingly low.
Yep, for sure.
I expected Lunar to have much higher number, at least
For sure,
close to
Lunara
what
was quite scared to step up most of the time, which is kinda something that you don't want to see in Luna because she does have Leaping Strike and Greater Spell Shield, lots of abilities for her to get away, and she does have baseline mobility, which means she
Mhm.
should be braver to step up, but not that brave. Not that brave, not the 1v5 kind of brave. We
for sure.
see. Let's look at some of the talents from both teams. So we see Anduin with Light Bomb upgrade, which is really good. However, it did not get much value because teammates die way too fast.
Yeah, there was a few counter synergies where Light Bomb
The light bulb
was
and the cocoon goes out at the same time, which is kind of unfortunate. Tiger's drill upgrade again. The drill ability and the upgrade are very insanely OP if no one, you know, take care of the drill, which we're seeing the red team basically ignore the drill in every single fight,
Mhm.
which did give Tiger's a lot of space to deal heavy damage. But we'll see in the next game. This game did take more than 30 minutes to complete, so it was quite exhausting for both teams, I assume.
Mhm. Give me one after break.
Yep, so we'll see in the
Oh,
next game.
that was a tense back and forth match.
Alright, so this is the second game of the series. Oh, sorry, I forgot the update. Sorry, Once Upon a Time. Where is my perfect? So Once Upon a Time has won one game, and this is game two of the next cast. Once Upon a Time versus Wood Lake Express. And this game, they are on Volskaya Foundry, it seems. And again, the red team is Benny first, and we look forward to see what they're gonna come up with this time.
So Woodley chose to map pick this game again.
It seems like it. So they're letting the poor timer run out again. Hey, poor
Yeah.
timer never gets a rest. Alright,
Oh,
Malfurion band. Looks like the Malfurion with the sleep was quite annoying to deal with for them because it
for
is
sure.
one of the most overpowered CC in the game, especially since it comes out at level 1.
Yeah, and Malfury is really good in this map as well because of a lot of choke control and people have to go through tight points to get into the objective and out.
Yep, for sure. And good sustain healing because he's just a great healer overall. The Hakka band of Volskaya is kind of
Oh,
interesting because it is a very small map. There's not much bushes for the Hakka to use. I would say at this point it does look like a target band to me. In case
yeah, I can
possible
see that.
times
I
anyone
can
that
see
plays
that.
the Hakka, because the Hakka band of Volskaya is quite interesting. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, so I'm seeing that Barber has a 71% win rate on Dahaka. So
Oh, no wonder that could just be why Tychus band looks like the Tychus and his drill was quite annoying for them to deal with, especially since they cannot take the drill out in time for it to deal
for
800
sure,
damage a second.
for sure. It may also have been smart to let them take Dahaka on this map and just punish the Dahaka.
True,
Slow
that could
movement.
do. The Hakka does struggle a lot on Volskaya for sure.
Let's see what's going next. The
And
maid.
May.
So they
They
were those ones that
Yep,
chose May
they were the
before.
ones that take the May. Looks like they know how annoying May can be, so maybe that's why.
That's true. Maybe it's also that puns like to play May and it was a counter pick before.
True, or yeah, true. Maybe because Pons does love playing May. And another
So
Li Ming first pick. Looks like they're
yeah,
very, very happy with the Li Ming performance last game and wants to do it again.
for sure. Some of those resets were pretty clutch.
Yep. Phoenix first pick. Interesting. Phoenix, you don't see that in competitive very often because he is a fairly melee hero. If his E gets interrupted, he could die fairly easily. And he has a very low base health if you have any shield destruction talents like the Morales Grenade or Shattering Throw from Variant.
Hmm. Phoenix
Johanna.
is also very flexible too, though, so he can be in this solo lane and punish some of these solo laners hard.
True, but
Too.
first pick Phoenix, meaning that the Soul Laner will be ready for whatever coming for them.
That's very true.
Joanna pick another very great tank. With Unstoppable, she can just ignore a lot of abilities and rushing, and is very hard to kill.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
Anduin pick and Blaze Anduin again for the red team. Perfect healer for when your team loves making trouble and you wanna tell them to stop.
Yeah.
Blaze
Blaze is also really good in
tick.
this map too,
Yep.
with
Bunker
all
can provide lots of protection for your team as well.
yeah, and oil can control the Phoenix well.
Yep, and
And
if he's fast enough, when Phoenix, assuming Phoenix takes a purification salvo, the entire team could hide into a bunker and completely nullify the damage.
for sure. And now they don't want to see the Leoric from last game.
Yep, the
The
already
Leoric
seems
said,
like he did create a lot of trouble for them, especially
hmm,
with his Alive Forever level 20.
yeah. I wonder if the blue team will look into a sustain or more of a burst
They
focused
could
comp
be. It looks like they are fairly sustainable right now with Phoenix and Joanna.
for sure.
I would say I would think it's either a Breving or Stukov pick here since those two did not get banned and is left out at this moment.
Yeah, I can see Stukov working out really well with Johanna. And Stukov silence can potentially make anyone's life tough depending on how he's positioning it.
Yep, but it's Breving's that
Right.
Breving level 20 if she gets the new buffed fairy protector on everyone with pixie dust, they could that could be a very big struggle for Li Ming to deal with spell damage. Chromia again, nice.
Yeah,
He's pretty good here
Sloan
on
stands
this
a lot
map.
of value. Last game, it had them a lot free on noob kills.
Yep.
So let's see if they go back to Sonya to punish the Chromie again.
They did ban the Auric, meaning that they'll need something else to punch the Chromie, and we see the Lunara again against
With
Burving. This
Barrier.
time it might be better because Burving struggles slightly more than Malfurion in terms of healing Lunara's and poison damage. We do see a variant into Phoenix, so this could potentially be a maintain variant and offlane Blaze because of Shattering Throw at level 13.
For sure. And the Shattering Throw is going to be good into Johanna as well.
Yep, both
If
targets
they
with shields. And we see a Diva
actually, I
pick.
like the Diva because the variant blow up is very predictable. So Diva, the moment variant sees a variant taunt, can just put the W on Chromie and potentially save her teammates.
Yep, she can do that, but Diva herself does not do very good against the red team considering their backline is not that squishy. So if she is trying to get into a backline and be very annoying being there, it could be very hard to do.
Yeah,
We'll
for sure.
see.
It will
So
depend. And
hmm?
Diva's mech can also give Reaming a free resets depending on how she ends up playing.
That is also true. So whose draft do you like better looking at them?
Um, I'm kind of liking the red team's draft. The variant blow up seems much more straightforward to pull off than what some of the red team may have to do.
You know what? I agree
But
with
the
you.
team
And
does
they
have a
also
much
have Li
better
Ming,
zoning.
which is perfect for a blow up. However, the Lunara does not really help with that because of a poison damage. But
For
we'll
sure.
see. Maybe with Li Ming is just enough because the blue team doesn't have a cleanse to deal
Hmm.
with that.
Yeah, not having cleanse into the taunt is rough. Frightening does give spell armor, which a lot of almost all of the damage from the blue team is on
It
the red
is
team is
true,
spell
but if the
armor.
taunt goes on the backline, the spell armor may not
For
even be enough to nullify all the damage
sure.
at once.
For sure. And maybe Renard will go the burst damage at 7 rather than sustain
Yep.
more big damage. Okay.
If you
I'm ready
take
for
that,
pushing.
I don't remember what the talent's called, but the level 7 Q talent, it could be a very annoying thing to deal with as well.
Mm-hmm. Uh, I think Q Talent is token falling.
Okay. Okay, choke and pawn. Gotcha. Yep, look like it is
Okay.
a maintain variant with Blizz doing the offlane.
It may have made sense to have Varian offlane until level 4
Yeah.
and Blaze main tank. Because Varian is kind of a melee minion without his ult.
Yep, it looks like the red team is just rotating as fast as possible to hit 4 because that's when variant becomes a real hero, and the blue team is also doing the same.
Mm-hmm. For sure. And the camps are up for both the teams. It seems like the red team is rotating to the camps fast. Let's
Yep,
see if the blue
earlier
team
than the
respond
blue
again.
team. This could be a very good opportunity for the blue team to invade because variant's not 4 yet, but it looks like they're not doing that. They're going to lanes, trying to so-called experience. Only have 2 people on camps, Chromie and Burby.
Yeah. It seems like the blue team was able to bully the Liming off some of the XP.
Nope, the blue team did get slightly ahead on Soak for now. But hard to say because Li Ming still has 4 more minions to clear on the top lane. They will be heading for now, and Variant will become a real tank, and they could be out looking for blood already.
Everything looks relatively standard. The next potential fight might be on the healing camp. If not, it'll just go till the objective shows up.
Yep, it looks like if one of the teams can get the talent advantage before the objective, they could potentially look to fire on the support camp.
The variant team should look to force something because they have an
Oh
ult on
nope,
their
it
main
looks
team.
like the red team is forcing the support camp already with even talent here, and the blue team does not seem to be very ready for it yet. Yep, Joanna gets taunted, the camp goes over to the red team. However, the red team and blue team all fully disengage because the taunt target was Joanna instead of any backline.
Mm-hmm.
Diva, on the other hand, is getting some value bought by split pushing and standing right in front of towers.
And Diva is one of the best pushers for towers in the off lane. Really can also be good with her W at 4.
Yep, leaving her alone could be a very big threat.
And on this map, you can get value the objective provides, especially pushing as well. Just the objective, especially early ones, is so weak.
Yep, and Diva can also get some really nice split push value if the opposite team gets carried
Oh, that
away
was
by objective. Oh, look
a
at how
really good potential. Oh,
oh,
does Reggie still die?
temporarily he
He
healed
might still
herself
die.
once. No, it is
No.
not enough. The fake damage is way too OP when it becomes real. Braving the falls the first blood.
Maybe the 4% nerf on Vikings passive healing was impactful.
Maybe the 25 health nerf was also impactful. Imagine she had
For
25
sure.
more health.
Wizard knew exactly what they're doing when they made those changes.
Yep. Imagine before then you used to survive with 25 HP, but now you cannot do that anymore.
Mhm. So the red team has solid control of the objective, as well as a big push on top.
Looks like
Diva is
Diva
able to
is rushing
catch.
in, trying to steal it.
Ah,
Self-control is down, but did not hit anyone, unfortunately. Joanna and Barbie both getting low from the fake damage. From the real damage, sorry. And Phoenix also getting low. The blue team is very low. I think it's leaving. Oh no, leaving with the resets.
uh,
3 people falls for it. No.
Nara also got away with solo HP, which baited the rest of the blue team
Yep, the
and
blue
gave
team was all
Leeming
very
a
low,
lot
but
of.
trying to squeeze very hard onto one target, giving Li Ming a very good opportunity to get her resets.
For sure. I
Looks
think
like they
their
got the mech, and they're doing.
plays for Calamity hit 2 people.
Yep, and then the red team got the mech. Diva is still pushing bot to try and get some soak back, and the blue team did capture the enemies on the camp.
And looks like they're taking a top to take out the top
Yep,
fountain,
looks like
setting
they are
themselves
heading
up
straight
with
for the
next
fountain.
objective. And they should be able to do it pretty easily with how much HP remaining.
Yep, fountain's down, and the mech is retreating because Chromie has already hit her level 10.
Let's go back to Sans.
It
He was
looks
getting
like
a lot of damage last game.
Diva is trying to double soak, Varian only soaking bot, but is still slightly slower than Diva, who's soaking 2 lanes at once because of his weak wave clear. Leaving bot trying to look for a kill potentially, but Varian backed off. And the mech is still alive, but it looks like people are getting out of it already and going to do something else.
And it looks like Phoenix is going teleport build for teleport resets and potentially backline diving.
Oh, it does seem
But
like
he's
that.
good with it.
However, the red team's backline is kinda hard to dive, considering 3 of them are all quite mobile.
Yeah, and Varian can punish him really fast with
Yep, after level
his comp.
13, Phoenix and the Jill will have a very hard time. Look at the talents from level 10 talents from the red team. It is Light Bomb with 4, Sleeping Strike, Bunker Drop, and the Warbringer. All 5 talents are very predictable. All of them nothing surprising. 5 of them are really good talents for this level. And looks like they're trying to get a gank onto Diva and doing that to Root. Oh no, Diva does fall and she did not get time to use her self-destruct.
Oh, of
Diva
course,
falls with her
Brightwing didn't make it
mech.
in time.
Oh no, that is a pretty big loss for the blue team, considering now they have to send other people to soak lanes.
Mhm. Varian getting Warbringer also gives him a lot more mobility and a lot more flexibility in
Yeah, Warbringer can make
re-engaging.
him very aggressive, considering their comp itself is a very aggressive one.
Mm-hmm.
Looks Varian trying to go for Chromie. Chromie stays out and he had to taunt the Jonah instead. Chromie gets out alive. Oh, Varian, if you waited a second, you could have gotten the Chromie. Meanwhile, Blaze is stuck clearing top because of the camp. And the red team is rotating bot, trying to look for another potential gank.
The blue team is can be losing a bit of XP top as
Losing
Blaze gets
slightly, and
some
the
free
red team,
pushes
yep, red team will be hitting 13 in 2 seconds.
for sure. And
Sorry, 3
maybe they
seconds.
can use that to force mid camp again.
Never mind, 5 seconds. It took them 5 seconds to hit level 13. And very end did take Shattering Throw, I think. Yep, it is Shattering Throw. And looks like Lunar is taking Greater Spell Shield again to nullify Chromie and the Phoenix burst damage.
Yeah. Now the both the Johanna and the Phoenix might be careful. Oh, that was the shattering throw. That just removed all of the shield that Phoenix had.
Yep, Shattering Throw is a very dangerous talent to face,
If
especially
the
when no
Phoenix is good and can
Phoenix.
predict it, Phoenix can teleport the Fairy into his team as well. But it is a very tough thing to pull off and requires a lot of prediction.
Yep. Red team during the camp, Diva trying to catch the level 13 soak. Blaze going
And
bot to
that's a
catch
people
the
spot him too.
Satanist.
And
Nope, she
maybe
did not
waiting so he
she
can
did not
speed.
push bot. She left bot and look wonder where she's going. She's going the safe way because she doesn't know where the red team is. But no, they just show themselves, finishing the camp, heading over to objective.
Blaze looks like he might be getting the camp. No, he's rotating back to his team.
Nope, looks like they're. But
Looks to
he, I
invade.
think he did see. Nope, he did not see the blue team go for their camp, and the blue team is stealing their camp, which could give them another advantage because now they're gonna have 3 summoning. Well, 3 turrets. Well, 2 turrets and a health pack. The red
The
team
red
tried
team
to
is going to push top while this is
push top
happening.
of the
And the
camp.
lane control will give them a lot more pressure and vision control because of their minions.
Looks like this objective will be in favor slightly of the red team because they have a fountain up, but blue team has a fountain other front wall up, but blue team has a healing pack, so hard to say.
Yes. Both teams are the same level and same talent here at this point.
They're going on the variant, trying to take out variant. Nope. But Phoenix in the backline is getting dove by 2 people. Oh, Phoenix gets out
Oh,
with
Phoenix.
low
Oh,
HP. Joanna trying to get people, but they're on the bunker. Self-destruct is out, and the red team is heavily zoned by it. Variant is alone, getting hit by the Phoenix Salvo, but gets out with 1 HP. Light bomb on 3 people. Quite insane, but sadly no enough follow up because Variant was too low. A reset for Dimi because the mech falls. Oh, Phoenix getting caught again.
yeah.
Instantly falls again because of Dimi reset. Dimi gets a 3rd reset. Diva getting a 1 HP. Brary will fall as well because of taunt, and this objective goes in favor of the red team.
Yeah, that was nicely played by the red team. They used bunker really well. 3 people went in and used their 25 armor as they came back out.
Yeah, the bunker
And
was a
were
great one. The light bomb was also really good.
for sure.
3-man bunker and 3-man light bomb, giving them lots of chances to nullify damage and stun the enemy team for their DPS to take action. The
Meaning,
first structure falls in favor of the red team. They're gonna hit 16 very soon, and they're heading for mid. Nope, they did not have for mid. They're going straight to bot fountain and taking that out.
Blaze may still look to get the mid fountain down if he gets the chance. No, he does not.
Nope,
The
Blaze is
bot
heading
steps for
top, trying
next
to get more XP.
objective for sure.
Yep.
They do have a decent advantage already. Let's see if they can make plays with that.
Mid was fairly squishy, so I could see the mech being able to take mid fort and then go bot and
Oh,
take out bottom fountain since it still has.
saving
Oh,
Blue.
what is happening here? And doing date because of gank. Oh no.
Very unyielding being in the mech made it so the ending is very open for Johanna's Blessed Shield. Sometimes the mech in this map is potentially works in favor of the enemy team.
Yep, it is a 3v5 once 2 people is in the mech overall because the mech is fairly bad at doing team fight than normal heroes.
So
And both
sometimes it makes sense to walk out of the mech to help your team.
no, usually that's what you do when the opposite team is trying to take a fight. And both teams picking up the turret, and the Blaze is in slight trouble, but he gets out safely because he's tanky enough.
like the red team will start the mid camp. They
Blue
do
team
have
forcing another fight,
one
no
outpost.
self-destruct from Diva though, which makes it kinda dangerous for them to engage. Looks like someone
Oh,
is getting low. Yep, Bourbon getting fairly low. Joe also getting low, but she's getting a face shift, which gave her a little more health. Still no self-destruct from Diva. Now it is up and is heavily zoning out the entire team. Variant does eat some damage of it, but luckily no one dies from that.
camp that was stolen gets or one gets used up, so both teams are relatively even. Red team does have an advantage with the fort down top and damage mid.
They were also favored because they stole the camp. Second, they forced out self-destruct, which takes quite a long time to refuel back up.
That's for sure.
And the red team trying to pick another fight without self-destruct. Nope, looks like they're just trying to siege mid.
Blue team is going to be up ult if they engage fast enough, but
For sure, be potion. Sorry, not potion. Wave of force is down.
uh,
But the red team are falling
that's
disengaged
just,
after taking out the mid fort.
both teams are going to manage their own lanes, make
Looks
sure
like the
that
red team
they're not
is
losing.
rotating down, getting ready for objective, and maybe do a little more siege. However, the blue team is not quick enough to respond to that because they're still all top clearing the camps and the links. Looks like this
Yeah.
bottom fort will fall again before they can rotate. Yep, the blue team is not. Nope, the red team disengaged a little bit earlier.
Both teams don't have a fountain bottom, so they're relatively in parity.
Yeah, both teams have their fort. 1.5, one at 25%. But Blaze
Blaze is
is not
near,
there, which
so
gives the blue team a slight advantage. Because Blaze is stuck clean games, trying to even maybe 20.
see if they can force something here or get the fourth while Blaze is still top.
Their only
If
siege
they
is
don't,
Chromie, however, which will make it a little hard for her to do so.
yeah,
She's the only
at this
one who
point,
has a long range long enough to
the
touch the
blue team
tower.
ultimates respawn top.
Yep, blue team will have to respond to mid and top.
Right.
And looks like the red team will be the first one to hit 20 at this rate.
Yeah, let's see if they can make it use of that now level 20 advantage.
Yep, looks like the blue team is not planning to take a fight before 20, which will be a long struggle for them once they hit one. Nope, looks like they're going in.
Yeah,
Looks like
let's
they're
see if the red
engaging.
team disengages right away. Yeah,
Oh, disengage right away because Blaze wants to soak 20 instead of taking this coin flip fight.
for sure. And this push top could potentially end up giving them a keep if this
One person will be
catapult is.
forced to back for sure, it looks like. Nope, never mind. Diva did not back, but Diva did rotate mid to deal with that. And this does give the blue team did get a 4 because Crow is infinite poke. However, the red team did hit 20. And looks like this objective will likely be theirs. Nope. Looks like Blaze is in danger and he needs some aid. Blaze is out and he's trying to go back in. Oh, clutch run, but
Oh,
Chromie
good point.
Stasis out, everything is out. The blue team forced to take the fight. However, level 20
Ah,
is way too strong, and Chromie and Joanna forcing Cindy so does Bourbon giving Liming some resets. Only two players are left in the blue team, and the red team looks like they are trying to get a keep before getting objectives, and Liming is gonna stand on it, and two people will siege the keep and trying to make for push for the core. Looks like with the protector.
yeah, the more damage they can do right now, the easier the life will be when they're making for play for core.
Yep. Let's say at where the fight here, the blue team tried to kill Blaze as soon as possible, but failed because of bunker, and they were forced to take a 19 versus 20 fight because that gave the red team enough time to rotate up and help.
They may still be able to take this down, but they will have to start backing off the moment Johanna gets back to life. Okay, and bomb gets used
Yep.
to
Force out self-destructing, which could be pretty huge. Looks like they're going back with their mini wave, trying to siege it again. Nope. They
Or they
back
should
up
go
because
back
the
on.
mech is ready and they're gonna push it with the mech and potentially maybe looking to end.
Yeah. At this point, the keep is gone. The core could potentially go down fast depending on how the blue team looks to make a play. If they can get a kill while any teammates are in the mech, they may be in a good spot.
Yep,
But
they need to
otherwise, this is
fortify as
rough.
soon as possible if they want to have any chance because it is heading right for the core.
Johanna looks to be going in the back line. So it's only Johanna and the Brightwing. Now that Dan is following up easily.
Oh no, unfortunately everyone left the mech trying to take the fight instead of hitting the core, giving the core free damage onto the mech, and the red team dying in exchange. Oh no.
Oh no! Well, blue team turns it around. They
Blue
get
team
the
turns
fight
around.
that they need.
Oh, that
You
was
get more.
red
Blaze goes
got
down.
quite outplayed over there by leaving the mech instead of just hitting the core, which was a free end because the mech was at full HP when it was on the core. That gives the blue team another chance to come back. It looks like they're going for bot keep. They definitely can end because Endo and Avarian will be back in time to defend, but they looks
They
like
can
they
get
are
at least
trying
a
to look
keep.
for a bot on keep over here.
If they can
Nope,
somehow
it
pick
looks
the
like they are
Lunara,
trying to look for Nen. It seems. It looks like they
uh,
are looking to
wait,
end.
Dusty Shield just hit all the minions. Didn't hit Lunara, unfortunately.
But they're heading right for the core, however, Endo and Varian will be back right now. Will they be able to defend? The shield is slowly going down.
Oh,
However,
this
oh,
one's there.
the
It's
shattering
just
throw is insane as a 3-man light bomb, but Joanna is unstoppable. Self-destruct forced out. Varian did not really take damage. However, his health is going down now because of Chromie and her piercing sense. Oh no, Varian
oh
does
yeah.
fall for it. But they have another tank. They still have Blaze and they're still looking to fight. Bourbon getting fairly low. Joanna dies. Oh no, reset kills Chromie. Bourbon dies as well, and Phoenix is getting low and he will be the next one to fall. Diva's the only one leaving and it looks like the red team has a chance to finish now because the keep is not there anymore.
Yeah. And at this point, with 40 seconds remaining before Johanna gets back, they should be able to finish the score if they go for it right away. But looks like they won't.
So they are doubting their ability to finish the core. It looks like they're still heading towards it. Maybe nope, they're going to mid instead of ending. They're looking to get a mid keep, it looks like. Nope,
Or
they're
top.
going looking to top keep because it's already at 25% HP.
Yeah, I think I'll fight this time. They're heading to finish the score, but they are already going to be in a really far ahead position. So as long as they play slow and smart, they should be able to win this game.
Yep,
So
because one kill will means 5 because Limi will get insane resets.
yeah,
Looks
with
like
this much map pressure as well.
looks like they are getting 3 keeps. Nope, the last keep did not fall. It still has around 10% HP left. Looks like the
Okay.
red team will be playing next objective and they're trying to get
Oh,
as
they're
much
in the
advantage as
same position.
possible by doing mid hidden camp.
Okay. So if the blue team is giving it up, makes sense.
Yep, blue
It may,
team.
they may want to make a fight happen sooner than later because the map pressure will put them at a huge disadvantage.
Looks like they're just waiting for self-destruct to be available again before doing anything
That's,
risky.
that's true. Okay. It may still take some time before self-destruct becomes available. That's a long time to recharge.
Yeah, but is that halfway now? If they want self-destruct for the next fight, they will need to give some countdown of the objective before
Yeah.
engaging. Looks like Joe is
Diva needs to
seeing
be able to
some.
get auto attacks in for that. Diva has not gotten as much auto attacks as he needs. Waves are being cleared out too fast.
Yep, teammates were not leaving the minion for her. However, looks like they are trying to take a fight here. Nope, they're just. Nope. Oh no, Phoenix!
Oh,
Phoenix got
Phoenix
caught
just
by
got deleted.
taunt. Taunt and Shattering Throw is way too insane. blue team is trying to disengage. However, slows from Blaze and Variant is kind of insane. The red team is still chasing. The blue team is very separated. Brevik dies in almost instantly because of taunt and the Leaning reset. Joanna looks like she'll be the next one to fall because Blaze crash course crash course? Collision course at level 13 does a fair amount of damage. 3 people falls because Phoenix made a horrible mistake, and looks like the red team will be trying to end at an instant because they will not like to push this game any longer. So everyone just in the core now. The core is doing some job at pushing them away. However, it is not enough. It's going down fairly fast. Eva herself trying to defend it by her
Oh,
using
really? That's
self-destruct. Variant is fairly
instructive.
low. However, Lunara is still trying to pour her damage into the core, beaming as
God,
well.
it's doing a lot.
The bunker is down. And doing trying to heal Rebecca. Lunara is trying to jump around the core, and looks like the core will be fought, and the second game goes over to Once Upon a Time. 2.0 victory.
Gee. Good job, to Ponce Upon a Time. They have, I think, at this point, secured second place guaranteed.
Yep, the variant did a really good job at the end, catching a Phoenix with Shedding Thrown Taunt, deleting almost instantly. Oh, look at the scoreboard. Diva with top everything. That is kind of
Wow.
insane.
Mm,
Yep, and look on the in terms of soaking, Diva did do more than Blaze. However, the red team did get more kills, which
right.
gave them more XP in general.
Yeah, and the red team was just ahead in structures long enough that some of the passive XP probably helped them a lot as well.
Yep, and let's have a look at the talent section. So Chromie with Slowing Sands once more. Phoenix, Purification Salvo. It does get a lot of value considering Chromie has some slows, but only from Chromie. Diva, Brevin, and Joanna don't have that much slows.
Yeah, I don't know if Phoenix had as much value of the dive build. I didn't see him able to dive all that much and
For sure, he
had to
was
use
forced to play
the
quite
outright.
passively, because you see the moment he steps out, he will be like he will for sure eat Shattering Throw and taunt and die instantly.
Right.
Joanna with Blessing Shield. Honestly, I would say Falling Sword will get a lot more value here because it's a good cleanse against Blaze and Variance constant CC, and of course Light Bomb as well. And Falling
Yeah,
Sword
for
level
sure.
20 is actually a fairly insane upgrade because both teams were clumping up a lot most of the time.